The Dare County Regional Airport is in the process of undergoing environmental restoration to ensure the site meets North Carolina groundwater quality standards. Officially commissioned on March 3, 1943, the U.S. Navy utilized the site as an auxiliary training field and fuel storage complex during World War II. The Dare County Airport Authority took over the airport in 1983 and continues to oversee its daily operations.
This site was a naval auxiliary air station in the World War II era. There were above ground storage tanks at this site that were used for the Department of Defense at that time frame. This project here, we are addressing groundwater contamination due to petroleum hydrocarbons that were associated with the underground storage tanks.
After a thorough evaluation of viable remedies, the project team selected an in situ injection of PetroFix Remediation Fluid, an enhanced attenuation approach considered as the most viable, cost-effective means to achieve site closure in a reasonable time frame.
Last year we applied at this area in 2 plumes, PetroFix in a grid pattern. We covered approximately 8 wells in that grid. We've come back to just polish off the injections, and in this case we only have 2 wells that we need to cover that still had a slight amount of contamination around them.
Coming up with a new design involved certainly working together on several different occasions. We got the latest data set. We looked through the data, came up with our own interpretation of what we thought was happening, but then obviously working with the client to figure out their interpretation.
The technical design incorporated 4,800 pounds of PetroFix for a total of 23,337 gallons applied using direct push injection at 86 points in a grid design using 6-foot spacing between points. The injections were placed at a vertical injection interval of 3 to 12.5 feet below ground surface. Guided by the PetroFix technical support team, the field personnel oversaw that equipment needed for the injection was on hand, including multi-port injection tooling and flow and pressure meters, and that observation soil cores were taken pre- and post-injection on the first day of field work to document PetroFix distribution at the site.
So it's important to take soil cores throughout your injection of PetroFix to ensure that you're getting both horizontal and vertical distribution of the product throughout the entire treatment area. PetroFix is a contact sport, and if it doesn't make contact with your contaminant mass, it's not going to be able to effectively treat that mass. So the collection of soil cores allows us to determine that we are seeing the estimated radius of influence from those injection points, and we're seeing complete vertical coverage as well.
Based on visual confirmation of PetroFix in soil cores or observed in monitoring wells, the field crew was able to direct the successful application of PetroFix, making real-time adjustments to injection tooling, injection volumes, and injection pressures to accomplish the distribution goals for the project. The remedial application was completed in September of 2020, effectively treating the contaminants associated with the residual source area through a combination of sorption and biological reduction by adding electron acceptors. This application treated the benzene, isopropyl benzene, and TPH, C5, C8 aliphatic compounds, reducing them to below the North Carolina groundwater screening levels in the 5 monitoring wells. All levels have remained below NCGWQS standards for 4 consecutive quarters, spanning 15 months. Further characterization efforts following the injection event led to a small-scale expansion of approximately 100 square feet of the PetroFix treatment area in August of 2021. As demonstrated, PetroFix continues to deliver proven results, greatly reducing petroleum contaminants quickly and cost-effectively. In addition, PetroFix's user-friendly online design assistant enables environmental professionals to design their own PetroFix remedial applications for a variety of site types.
Good thing about PetroFix is we have the capabilities to inject it ourselves. We're not having to hire outside of ourselves to have the injections taken care of for us. We're able to get to the sites on a fairly speedy process, so it's really nice to be able to do all of that in-house and not have to worry about excess costs.
Safe, fast, effective, and easy to apply, PetroFix is designed to specifically sorb and biodegrade petroleum hydrocarbons, PHC, diesel, BTEX, MTBE, and TPHG.
Working with REGENESIS, working with the PetroFix tools, working with REGENESIS personnel has been absolutely wonderful. They've helped us see what the better options can be based on their tools that allow them to see the reactions that we don't necessarily have in-house, or we would have to pay more money to obtain in-house. So it's been really good to be able to hand that off and allow us to get the data back as it comes along. So it's been a really good experience working with REGENESIS.
To learn more about this and other successful projects using PetroFix, visit www.petrofix.com.